What? Yeah, yo, I don't know where that fucking spider went, but it was crawling up, and I went to go fucking pinch it, and it just didn't get pinched. Oh, we're fuck. All right, what's going on, guys? We should have people floating in soon. Oh, okay. Well, that's 4 questions, like just spawning it in. I love that. What's cracking, Big Doe? Wait, wrong stream. What's happening, guys? Hit that, Jared. Right away, Steven. Start Big Ben with Fitzmagic as sub for game cancellation, or start Fitz outright. Sit one, please.
I would start Fitz outright, honestly.
Yeah, to be honest. Sit one, please. Carson, CH, Drake, Mostert. Thanks, guys.
I'll sit Mostert just because he's coming off of an injury there, and you have good options. I know CEH. CEH is probably who you were gonna say. I'd imagine maybe Drake. I don't know.
I was gonna say Drake.
Yeah. I love Drake's matchup against New England this week. So I have him. I actually moved him up after we did our rankings episode. So I really like him this week. I like CEH is the only one that's kind of on the borderline just because he has a tough matchup. But I'd rather sit Mostert just because he has a tough matchup and he's coming off an injury.
That's fair. I actually have Drake one spot higher. I'm at 22, so I guess.
I'm moving Fitzpatrick up in my rankings right now. I'm putting him QB 18 right ahead of Ryan Tannehill. That's where I'm putting Fitzpatrick.
I was actually about to fucking switch it too, because I have Ryan Tannehill and Fitzpatrick in one of my leagues, and I was actually about to switch them to the lineups. So,
Kalen Ballage officially out.
Yeah.
Now Austin Eckler not getting his full workload. My ass. Who else are they going to give the ball to?
Yeah, for real.
Okay. New Life says, good day. Gore or Wilkins, half PPR. I currently have Jordan Wilkins one spot higher than Frank Gore.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, I have Gore higher as well. Let me just check how much higher. I think it's literally one spot too. I have Frank Gore at 28 and Jordan Wilkins at 29. So there you go. Evan says, fellas, loves the content. Good to see you in the morning. Appreciate that a ton. Evan, you as well. He says, only one question today, but it's a good one. Need a tight end with Andrews out. Do we go with Jonnu, Jasicki, or Rudolph, or my fave Tanyan playing Rodgers? I personally would still go with Jonnu. I mean, it's a tough defense that they're playing against, but ultimately, if the Titans are going to move the ball on the Colts, they're going to have to do more in the passing game than what they did on that Thursday Night Football. And that starts with getting A.J. Brown more touches and getting Jonnu Smith more touches.
They refuse to throw A.J. You know, A.J. Brown hasn't had double-digit targets once this season.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's dumb. That should never happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Jonnu, for what it's worth, he currently is projected to be on Anthony Walker as his primary defender, who's a linebacker for the Colts and who hasn't been very good. And to be fair, all the linebackers for the Colts are not like super coverage guys. Like Darius Leonard's obviously the best one of them, but Okariki's been bad in coverage too.
All right, yeah, I agree. Anyways, sorry, I just got caught off guard for a second by that fucking spider. But
oh my god, stop being a pussy! It's just a fucking spider.
Right.
Are you a scared of spider person?
No. I'm just pissed that I didn't pinch it.
Whatever. It's just a fucking spider.
$5 dono. Appreciate that a ton from Langdon. He says, no question. Appreciate guys. Thank you. Everybody go drop a like and good luck this week. Yep. Go listen to Langdon. Go drop a like on the stream. Helps us a ton in that YouTube algorithm. But
yeah, I appreciate that, Langdon.
For sure. Yeah, I appreciate that a ton. COVID struck the league this week. Oh, man.
Oh, COVID struck my fantasy team this week, too. Because I have Brandon Ayuk, J.K. Dobbins, Mark Andrews, and Lamar Jackson on one team.
Yeah. In my one matchup, I don't want to say I got blessed by it, but basically, I lost Lamar Jackson.
In that league, though, I'm playing against 3 Steelers. The guy has Ben Roethlisberger, Chase Claypool, and Deontay Johnson. So that's kind of nice.
It's affected both of us very, very much. But he got the brunt of it because he was starting literally who was it? It was Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and one other person from that matchup. And then I was starting the Steelers defense and Lamar Jackson. Oh, and Jonathan Taylor also got kicked out for me. So both kind of 3 players each, but I have guys who I picked up that could fill in. I picked up Frank Gore and Brian Hill, and I could just put them if I need to. Let's get into Diego. He says, hey guys, thanks for all the help you guys have given me this season. No problem. He says, pick one and why. James White, Brian Hill, T. Higgins, Rager, and Laviska. This sounds shocking. I'm actually going with Brian Hill. I mean, I talked about it on the ranking show. I know it sucks because you don't want to trust non-good football players, But like this is as good of a matchup for him to succeed as he's going to get for the rest of the season. And if you're not able to put up points against the Las Vegas Raiders in the second highest over/under game of the slate, then like I'll take the L on this because the process is there. Just the talent might be the thing that lets me down here.
Yeah, that's pretty much where my head's at too. With Brian Hill, you kind of gotta hope that he catches a couple balls too, because I think he has that ability. We've even seen that with Todd Gurley when he's in the lineup, that Brian Hill can catch the ball pretty well. So hopefully, I don't know what the score. You didn't say what the scoring format is. If you guys have questions, please indicate what the scoring format is in those questions. But yeah, Brian Hill should be okay. I still don't hate T. Higgins if you have to start T. Higgins though.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get into Yvette. She says, Gio or Robbie Anderson. I'm actually going to go with Gio here.
I'll go with Gio there as well, just because he's a running back. I tend to just lean running backs and flex decisions. But Robbie Anderson's, I mean, he's had 2 games this whole season with less than 10 PPR points.
Yeah.
He's been very consistent. I know he hasn't necessarily shown the ceiling that he did earlier in the season, but that's kind of just as a result of DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel kind of stepping up their games. At the beginning of the season, it was just Robbie Anderson who was producing. So, yeah, but I'll go with Gio Bernard because he's healthy and active today, and he's a running back. So
yeah, sure. You guys are honestly great. Appreciate that, Diego. And Austin says, starting Josh Allen without John Brown or Herbert. I actually have Herbert ranked.
I had Herbert higher before John Brown was ruled out.
Yeah, I have Herbert at 4 and Allen at 6. So I like both in that matchup, but I'm just going to go with Herbert. Will that Steelers game be played? I honestly don't think so, man.
The league is money hungry. So if I had to guess, I would say yes, but I am going to limit my exposure to that game. If you have to start one Steeler, I don't hate it. But if you have a guy like Juju Smith-Schuster, who is probably on the lower end of the players in that matchup, I would rather start a guy like T. Higgins over Juju Smith-Schuster just to mitigate some of that risk, especially if you you really need a win this week. Like you're not going up against, I'm going up against a cupcake in my league, and I have DJ Chark out and like Mark Andrews and J.K. Dobbins and Brandon Ayuk. Like I have a lot of guys out, but luckily for me, I'm already in the playoffs and I'm going up against an easy team this week.
Yeah. And talking about that too, for me, first of all, I lost Lamar Jackson to the COVID game, but I just put him on the IR. I needed to pick up a backup defense because my regular defense is the Steelers, and there's no chance in hell I'm actually gonna just drop them because they might not play a game because they're literally the number 1 defense in fantasy. So I had to pick up the Denver Broncos defense going up against the New Orleans Saints because that's how bare our league is in terms of defenses on the wire. So yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be rough. Just hopefully Taysom Hill can turn the ball over a couple times for my sake. So I have Eckler. Should I start?
Yes.
Yes.
Eckler, where do I have him ranked right now? I just want to let you guys know where I think Austin Eckler is. Even if he has some kind of limited workload, I still think a limited workload for Austin Eckler is probably 5 or 6 receptions and like 10 carries, even if that's like a limited workload. And I currently have him at RB10, and I'm being conservative with that. So
yeah, I'm going full balls to the wall. I moved him right back up.
You know what? I'm moving him ahead of Miles Sanders.
Yeah. My boy Jake, he's actually in the league. We need him to win this week because, it's a big matchup for him. I actually have the tiebreaker over him and not the tiebreaker over the guy he's playing. So, like, we're all 1 game apart right now. Or actually, we might have the same record right now. Either way. So, like, I'm cheering for him. I'm rooting for him so we can both make the playoffs. He says Matt Ryan or Tom Brady. I'm going with Tom Brady in the highest over-under game of the slate. Yeah. I think that's going to be a barn burner. I
got to move Matt Ryan down now that I think about it, because Julio Jones out of the lineup. We've seen what this offense has looked like without Julio Jones. It's been a big deal, and this is a good matchup, so he's still a startable guy, obviously. But I had him at QB 13 prior to this, and I'm going to actually probably move him down to like 15 or 16.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 2 is out. I gotta adjust that. Also, Jake, you gotta put that Godwin in your lineup too. Make sure you have that little stock right there. That's gonna be prime.
Yeah.
Jerry says, Hill or Wilkins, and first world problems, I have to sit one. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Good Lord. Okay. Hill. What Hill is that? Brian Hill?
I'm assuming that's Brian Hill.
Yeah. So I actually want to know which one I have higher right now. I think I prefer Brian Hill, but I'm not sure.
I have Hill at, I think, 23 or 24, I said, and then Wilkins at 29. So
okay. So I have Brian Hill at 24, right ahead of Gus Edwards. Actually, I'm going to move him ahead of Benny Snell, too, because of that game. And I have Jordan Wilkins at 27. but I think I'm going to move him ahead of Benny Snell as well. So I'm going to have him back-to-back in my rankings, but I would prefer Brian Hill.
Yeah. Who's starting today for the fucking Broncos? Like, is it going to be Hinton or is it going to be Freeman? Like,
it's going to be Hinton, and I don't even think he's in like the ranking system as a quarterback. So
that's fucking crazy, man. Like, how does that happen?
2020. What a lot of teams have done, and I know the Bucks for a fact are doing this, and I heard them say on the broadcast today that the Bills are doing it with Jake Fromm, is they have a guy like off-site, like practicing elsewhere in case this happens, which is smart. And I don't know why the Broncos weren't already doing that.
Yeah. And the Broncos lose all 3 of their quarterbacks. Like, how does that?
Like, you don't have to do that for every position, just quarterback.
Oh, he also added the receivers. Out of those options,
you have to sit one. I am going to probably sit Tyler Lockett, to be honest.
I was about to say, like, Ridley without Julio or Tyler Lockett. I think I'm going to go Lockett.
Or do you? I don't want to sit Michael Thomas.
No, there's no way I'm sitting Michael Thomas.
Yeah, like, I think Lockett's probably the guy you sit there.
Yeah, like we saw his target share with fucking Taysom Hill. Now I do think it's going to adjust itself because Kamara's not going to get 1 target every game. But like Taysom Hill was looking there early and often. And if Taysom Hill can't throw the ball down the field, as evidenced by his completed 45-yard pass that basically fluttered up in the fucking like 30 feet above the air, like he's gonna throw it to the slant god. And
do you know the quarterback for the Broncos has thrown a touchdown more recently than Taysom Hill?
That's fucked.
Do you know that?
No.
He threw a touchdown in 2016 at Wake Forest. That was the last time he threw a touchdown. That's more recent than the last time Taysom Hill threw a touchdown.
Like the receiver guy?
The receiver from the Broncos, yeah, that's playing quarterback. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
I saw John Ledyard from Pewter Report tweeted, it's wild that there's going to be an NFL game with no starting quarterbacks in it.
For real.
They should just like send him $1 million or whatever to borrow Jameis Winston for the game.
Yeah.
I still think Jameis Winston should have been the Broncos starting quarterback all along. I don't know why the Broncos didn't sign him in the offseason.
What a joke. I would go with AJ Brown there, Gabby, in the full PPR.
Yeah, I'll take AJ Brown there as well.
Yeah. Please pick 3. He says AJ, A-Rob, Crowder, and Aguilar.
I'll go with the first 3 pretty easily there. I know Aguilar's in a good matchup, but it's probably too cute to start him over any of those guys.
Yeah.
Even Crowder, Crowder's not exactly been great recently, but we went over it on the ranking show why we think Crowder's going to turn it around. Sam Darnold, along with the fact that Gase made it a point to talk about it, his lack of involvement last week, and I think this week that turns around.
I still find it hilarious that it would be a guy like Gase to get upset about the usage of his slot receiver.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like Jacoby Myers or sorry.
In case Claypool doesn't play. So if you're not going to know that.
Yeah, you won't know, but regardless, if you're talking Myers versus Aguilar,
I'll take Myers just and sit Claypool just for the risk factor, honestly. Like I think Myers has shown that he has a decent enough target share that even though I would rather play Claypool, but Claypool in the situation that he's currently in a bad matchup nonetheless, like I will take Jacoby Myers and just sit Claypool.
I'm actually going to go Aguilar against the Falcons.
Really?
It's a half PPR format. Yeah, I just think he's going to catch at least 1 ball in this game.
I think you have a better ceiling with Aguilar.
Yeah.
Based on what we've seen from his like downfield involvement and stuff. I think Jacoby Myers has been just fine though. And he had a bad matchup last week and that's probably why he had a disappointing game. I think Cam Newton is going to get back on track in terms of passing. He might have a decent passing day in this one. So I think Jacoby Myers will have a decent game.
Cam Newton has what, like 2 passing touchdowns on the season right now?
I think he has like 4.
Let me just check. He's got 4. Okay, because he's thrown 1 in back-to-back games. So he was at 2.
And I think Myers has 2 of them, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Smash the Saints -5.5 this week before Vegas took the line down because of no quarterback. Oh, that's blessed.
Oh yeah, we gotta go best bets here.
Oh yeah, I
already know what mine is. Mine is Giants -6. It was the first one I bet on the week, and I was like, man, Giants against Brandon Allen and the Bengals. The Giants are a better team than a lot of people think, and I think the Giants are going to kill them this week.
Oh, I absolutely agree. I'm actually going to make a live Bet365 slip. So
let's do a little underdog pick too, because that's my best bet. But they are favorites in that game. My underdog pick. You guys know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
My underdog pick is my own team. I think Tampa wins against Kansas City this week. I think that is what is happening. I talked about it or I tweeted about it already, but the reason we lost against the Rams and the Bears and the Saints is because they're very, very physical fronts. And against the Saints the second time and against the Rams, we didn't have our best offensive lineman, who I consider as an all-pro left guard this season, in Ali Marpet, who's played like the best guard in the NFL this year. And he was not in the game. And not only that, but you had to move Ryan Jensen to left guard, which is not his natural position. So you disrupted 2 positions on the offensive line. I think going up against the Chiefs, their weaknesses match our strengths, match up against our strengths. So I will take the Bucs against the Chiefs as my underdog pick of the week.
My underdog pick of the week. I don't know if this is much of a cop-out because it's only a 3-point line. Give me the Panthers over the Vikings.
Panthers over the Vikings. I could see that. I think the Vikings roll. The matchup that Dalvin Cook has is too good for the Vikings not to win that game.
Have you seen the slate, though? There's literally like, oh, okay, I'll go Titans over Colts. What the fuck? How's that an upset?
I bet them as well.
That's easy. I didn't realize that they would actually be fucking 3-point underdogs in that game, but
yeah,
okay, I'm taking that right now. I'm actually making my slip. Saints are 16.5-point favorites on the road against Denver. Like, I understand the quarterback situation, but can we not forget that Taysom Hill's not a quarterback either? Like,
sorry, what?
I said the Saints are 16.5-point road favorites against the Broncos.
You can bet that game?
Yeah, that's what it is on Bet365.
You can actually bet it though. They took it off of a lot of sports books.
It's working on mine.
I would bet that, to be honest, dude. They have a wide receiver playing quarterback.
That's fair. I've just never seen a line that big in quite a while. Sorry guys, live stream delayed for me. Did you answer this? We said Fitzpatrick and sit. I think we said what, Mostert out of them?
I said sit Mostert coming off of the injury. You don't know what his workload's going to be. Plus, it's a bad matchup. And then I would just outright play Fitzmagic over Big Ben, regardless of the situation with Ben's game. To be honest, I think Fitzmagic's just a better play.
Yeah, I agree. Cardinals are only -1 at the Pats. That's pretty crazy.
Oh, they're -1 now, dude. I picked them at -2.5.
Yeah, I'm going with them right now.
Sucks.
Hey guys, Deebo Samuel, Mike Williams on the flex. Thank you so much. Out of those, give me Mike Williams there, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a rough matchup that Mike Williams has. The PFF said that they're projecting Tre'Davious White to actually shadow him, which probably just means 17 targets for Keenan Allen. But Deebo Samuel is coming off of an injury, and I'd rather not play him if I can help it. Even though Brandon Ayuk is out and he probably will see a decent amount of targets, I'd just rather avoid the situation if I have an option like Mike Williams, who I think should be involved in a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I agree there. I'm just making a bet slip right now. My bad.
Jared said, I've taken Ebron and Big Ben out of any lineup I had them in due to it. Yeah, I took Big Ben and Ebron out of all. I actually don't own Big Ben anywhere, but I have Ebron in like 2 leagues, and I took him out of both lineups. And I also took Juju Smith-Schuster out of a lineup in 1 league too.
Smart. I got a 25% bonus on this. Okay. Clyde or Brian Hill? No, go Clyde. Go Clyde.
Yeah, go Clyde. The game against the Bucs is going to be, obviously it's a bad matchup against a good run defense, but Clyde is a good player in a good offense, a great offense actually. And this game should be high scoring, and Clyde has a good chance at a touchdown in this game. So I would play Clyde. Even if Clyde only gets 12 touches in this game, he could have 2 touchdowns.
Yep. And also, y'all can see my live $10 slip that I made. But
you just make a huge parlay. Is that what you did?
16. So
okay, yeah. See, I bet individually like 9 games or something at $10 a piece, and then I also did a 4-team parlay, a 3-team parlay, and another 3-team parlay or something like that. So if I hit a certain amount, I was like, okay, here's my high confidence picks, my middle confidence picks, and my low confidence picks. Basically, is what I did.
For sure. I just bet Titans +3, Saints -16.5, Cardinals -1, Dolphins -7. How are they only 7-point favorites?
I bet them too. Yeah.
Raiders -3.5 against the Falcons.
Yeah, I got them at -2.5. Thankfully.
And then Browns -7 versus the Jaguars.
I got them at -5.5.
There's no chance the Jaguars are going to be able to stop that run game.
Especially with Mike Glennon at quarterback and no DJ Chark too. Would you be surprised if the Jags put up 6 points in this game? Because I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. A-Rob, Myers, or Shepard, full PPR. Just worried about A-Rob's matchup against. Yeah,
you can't start those guys over him though. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Good morning, boys. Happy Sunday. Deontay Johnson, Cup, or AB. Because of the halt with the Steelers game and me not really trusting that process, I'm actually going to go with Cooper Kupp slightly over AB here.
I'll take Cooper Kupp over AB too. Deontay Johnson's just completely out of the question for me. Where I have the Steelers receivers, I have Deontay Johnson the highest at 31. So I have all three of them outside of my top 30.
Yeah,
and I think I have them like, I think I have Juju like 37, Claypool like 33, and Deontay at 31. So like they're all like fringe level starters for me because I don't want to have to trust them.
Yeah, I'm actually just adjusting them right now. I moved just for reference, like the cutoff I have here is Michael Pittman, Mike Williams right over Deontay Johnson. Michael Pittman, I have at call me Gutty. I have Michael Pittman apparently at 28. Which
I have him at like 33, but I would start him over I think I have him at ahead of all three Steelers receivers. So I have him at like 30.
Yeah, I have him ahead of all those receivers for the Steelers as well.
Okay, I think my breakfast's ready, so I'll BRB in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just quickly changing my tight ends, and then I'll answer the question. Here. Okay, let me get into a couple more questions for you. Good show, fellas, from Papa Lepre. Appreciate that a ton. Glad to see you back in the live stream, brother. Or Papa. Robinson or Henry at RB1? That's a really good question. I'm still going with Derrick Henry. I mean, I know the matchup is quote unquote not that great, if you will, but I mean, we saw like last time they played against the Colts, like he was still decently efficient on the ground game because he's a very good football player and a very good running system. I think in this game, interdivisional matchup, he should be basically in store for around 25, 30 touches as always. And he's just as safe as it comes. Whereas if you're looking at it on the other side, I mean, James Robinson, this game could be ugly early, given how good the Browns are and how bad the Jaguars are, especially without their starting quarterback and number one receiver. So either way, it's going to be Derrick Henry. I didn't have to elaborate that much, but it's Derrick Henry. Spicy says, I'm facing the cupcake of my league who had Duke Johnson, the Washington football team on. Oh, rip. Yeah, I feel that. Thankfully, I have Eckler coming off IR. I wish you luck there, Spicy. Taysom Hill or I'm assuming that's Taysom Hill or Ryan Fitzpatrick. If that's the case, give me Taysom Hill in this one. I still need to fill in for Adam Thielen, Brian Hill, Philip Lindsay, Jacoby Myers, Jalen Reagor. Yeah, give me Brian Hill there, crack him on. Robbie or A-Rob. That's close. I actually think I have them like literally like somewhere around each other in the rankings. So I have Allen Robinson at 18 and Robbie Anderson at 21. So I slightly prefer A-Rob there, Tiago. Rager, Kirk, Gus Bus, Snell, Wilkins, or Corey Davis. I need starting receiver and a flex. So in your receiver spot, I would put Christian Kirk in there. And in your running back slot, I'd put Jordan Wilkins. So there you go, Leroy. 9-2 in my Dynasty League. Do I start Damon Harris today? One from Lock. I would absolutely feel comfortable starting Damon Harris. I have him as a top 15 back on the week. So if you have to do it, don't feel bad about it. Also, I have Diggs, Keenan Allen, and Eckler. Should I be worried about starting? Not really. I mean, that's going to be one of the highest scoring games of the slate. So if you're going to have a lot of players from one game, it's going to be that game. I'm absolutely fine, especially considering how integral those guys are to their team's game plans. So I'm fine with sitting all three there. Our Dynasty Commissioner is letting us pick a backup player for any starting player in the Ravens-Steelers game, just to clarify. My Jacoby Myers or Nelson. Oh, got you. Yeah, I would slate Nelson Aguilar as your backup player there. After I lost Saquon and Dak and started playing for next year, I was 1-5. Now I have 4 third-round picks. Yeah, you're chilling. That's blessed, Jared. One for the flex, Drake, Edmonds, Crowder, or Debo. Give me out of those options, Kenyon Drake. Sorry. Are we picking to win? It's usually just a pick to win there, Jared. The underdog, I can't go with the Jets, man. I know Darnold's back, but the Dolphins are they're a much better team. I don't know. I mean, I don't see them covering. But yeah, I completely agree with the Titans upsiding the Colts, though. He was quarterback at Wake. Yeah. Moses, what's up, fellas? Goddard or Landry in my flex. Also, Hines or Allen Robinson, half-point PPR. So for the first one, I would go with Call it Gutty. I'd actually go with Dallas Goedert there. I just think he's going to be an integral part of the Eagles' game plan if they want to move the ball against the Seahawks secondary that basically gives the points to fucking Bush at receiver. So although I like Landry, I would still prefer Goddard there. And between your flex, Hines or Robinson, I would still go with Allen Robinson. It's not particularly close for me.
Yeah, give me Landry and Robinson there too.
I'd say Goddard over Landry, man.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, man.
Nah, dude.
In a Monday night game where the Eagles are gonna have to move the ball to keep up with the Seahawks against the worst secondary in the league.
Full PPR? Fuck that.
It's half point. So.
Oh, I just saw PPR at the bottom.
Yeah.
I believe in Landry, man. I believe in the Browns offense this week.
Fair. Let's quickly get to Mac. Appreciate the $2 super chat from Mac. He says Fant, Graham, Jasicki, Burden, or Cook. Out of those options, I believe I have Noah Fant ranked the highest right now, so I'd go with him, Mac. I know the tight end I know the quarterback situation, but like all those guys have their question marks. So.
I'll take Jared Cook there.
Fair. Yeah. That's rough though, because all those guys at some point have like a reason to detract them in terms of their value.
Oh yeah.
Last year's Dolphins were 20-point underdogs to both the Pats and the Cow. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. It's tough. Eckler or CH full PPR. Give me Eckler there. 4-1-2 win. Kenyon Drake or Wilkins half PPR. Give me Kenyon Drake there. Blake. Oh yeah, I saw that. I think. Yeah, I would start Damien Harris there, Darrell. I feel comfortable. Should I grab Fulgham or keep Reagor? I would probably just I think Fulgham's gonna be better, but like I would just hold and kind of see how it plays out rather than just dropping one now and feeling, oh well, fuck, because I just dropped him and now he's the number one. You know what I'm saying? And with the Eagles, I think it's just gonna be a volatile situation week to week anyway.
I don't think you're gonna know the answer to that question at all at any point this season. It's just gonna be one guy one week and another guy another.
Yeah, that's why I just wouldn't even I would just keep the one that I have on my roster there, Leroy. Jakeem Grant, Gabe Davis, Jay Judy, Snell for the flex. Full PPR, nothing better than Andrews, Connor, and Thielen on my team catching tough. Out of those options,
I guess Jerry Judy.
Yeah, even though he has his back quarterback.
Gabe Davis is risky as hell, but that game with John Brown out, actually, I think I might go Gabe Davis there, honestly.
Yeah,
with John Brown out and that game being as high scoring as it's going to be, I'll take Gabe Davis.
That's fair. I agree there. Hopefully he doesn't for you, Spicy. Hey guys, James White or Corey Davis and Moss or Everett if Higbee doesn't play. So for the first one, I would go with James White, and for the second one, if that's Zach Moss, I'm going Zach Moss, because even if Higbee doesn't play, I mean the tight end position is so volatile week to week. At least Moss is pretty much guaranteed for 10 to 12 touches, and probably is going to score a touchdown in a game that's going to be really high scoring. So, yeah. Must-win week for me, PPR. Right now, I have Reagor and Pittman, and also have Higgins and Drake as options. Have to pick two. I would actually go with Pittman and Drake there for you, Greg. Yeah. He's mucking. Wish I understood bet spread so I can make bets. Yeah, I mean, the way you think about it in terms of the NFL, if it's a minus 120, that basically means you have to bet $120 to win 100. And if it's plus whatever, so say it's plus 240, you'd have to bet $100 to win 240.
I think he means like -5.
Oh, how it works? Okay, I thought he meant like how to actually bet. Okay, yeah, you're good. Either way, the spreads are basically a factor of obviously team skill, location of the game, time. Like they take a bunch of factors in. I don't know. I'm assuming they have a very calculated not YouTube algorithm, because I'm used to saying that. They have a very calculated betting algorithm in Vegas.
Yeah. And if you don't know what a spread means, what it means is that if the Bucks are favored by 4.5 points, that means they need to win by 5 points for the bet to cash.
Yeah, exactly.
If they win by 2 points, that means they lose the bet because they were favored by 4.5.
Exactly. Beasley, Brian Hill, Rojo, White, Gage, Wilkins, choose 2 PPR. So first of all, Brian Hill's automatic. Yeah, I saw Rojo too. Rojo and Brian Hill easily for me. I didn't even see Rojo for a second. I almost said Brian Hill's like an automatic, and then I look beside him and it's Rojo. I'm like, okay, those are the two. And give me Bengals D versus the Giant. I'm trusting Denver actually over the Bengals D. Bengals D is just so bad. I thought that was Giants D versus Bengals for a second when I read that in my mind. Give me Denver versus New Orleans, because ultimately you still got Taysom Hill throwing the quarterback. We saw he's capable of throwing ducks.
And it's a better defense too, a lot better.
Yeah, he's capable of throwing ducks. Maybe he throws one the Denver's way, you know. Plus, I have to start Denver defense, so I'm rooting for him. Full PPR pick 2, Melvin Gordon, Gus Edwards, James White, Gio Bernard, Wayne Gallman, and Brian Hill.
Gallman for sure.
Yeah. Gallman's not a question. The next one would probably come between Gio and Brian Hill. And I think Gio
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Gio's safer here, but if you want to be gutty, I think Brian Hill's probably got more upside on the week. So I think Gio's a lot safer, so I would go with him because I'm kind of a pussy in that regard. But if you're chasing the upside, Brian Hill has all of it this week in a top 5 matchup and a high-paced, high-scoring game. So I'd go Gio, but again, if you want to be gutty, go Brian. Flex, Justin Jefferson, Ridley, and RB2, Drake, or any Steelers, and tight end Engram, Hooper, or Rudolph. So first of all, I would go with actually Ridley over Justin Jefferson.
I like Jefferson this week, but I'll take Ridley with no Julio in the lineup.
Yeah. And RB2,
Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, I mean Kenyon Drake.
You mean like probably Benny Snell or Anthony McFarland, I'm guessing is what he's saying.
Yeah, and tight end, out of those options, why do I feel like, is this weird that I kind of feel the safest was Rudolph, even though he's the third option?
No, I would take both of those guys over Rudolph.
No, I'm saying he's the third option for me, but for whatever reason, I just don't trust either of them.
I'll take Evan Engram because I think I like all 3 of these options this week, to be honest. But I'll take Evan Engram because we've seen the target volume has been there the whole season. He's finally starting to do something with it, and this is a game I expect the Giants to win and score a decent amount of points.
For the record, I said Austin Hooper, even though I have Evan Engram 1 spot higher, so I guess it is Evan Engram. PPR league, okay, yeah, Engram's fine then. Flex 1 half PPR, Mostert, Moore, Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Justin Jefferson there. Mostert's coming off of an injury, and DJ Moore is like a fine play as well. But I have Justin Jefferson inside my top 12.
Yeah, I think I have Justin Jefferson at like 13 right now, 14.
Mm-hmm.
I have Justin Jefferson at 11, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Woo, wheels up. Here, let me just publish these rankings.
Like up the stream to have a certified better chance of winning today, boys. Yeah, absolutely. And make sure, as I mentioned, go to my Twitter and see what bets I place so you can place the opposite bets and then win a lot of money.
Yeah, bingo. Due to Lamar's COVID situation, my options for quarterback this week are Carr, Fitzpatrick. Who should I go with? Absolutely Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. I mean, there's not many better options regardless of the COVID situation this week.
I would start him without the COVID situation.
Yeah. I'm guessing the COVID situation, Lamar. Yeah, like Lamar, I would have started Derek Carr over Lamar and Big Ben, both of the quarterbacks affected by the COVID situation.
Eckler and Mike Davis can be Eckler there, Josh.
Yep.
Bernard, Eckler, Hill, and Gallman are my options for RB2 this week. Who should I start?
Oof, I'll start Eckler, but I'd like to find a way to get Gallman in your lineup if you can. I'd like to hear what flex options are.
I need a flex, Rager, Wilkins, Gus Bus, Corey Davis, or Snell. Out of those options, I would go with Jordan Wilkins.
Yeah, I'll take Jordan Wilkins there.
Yeah. I think the Jets and Jags both surprise at home and take points. I hope not, because I can win $590.
I have bets on both the opposite teams, so I really hope not as well.
Yeah. With Irv Smith and Adam Thielen out and Noah Fant having a practice squad wide receiver at quarterback, should I pick up Kyle Rudolph and start him over Fant?
Yes. Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Imagine that was actually 5 PPR. I'm kidding. Gibson will finish top 3 running back as predicted before the season started. I had
Antonio Gibson be the number 1 owned player on fantasy championship rosters. So
that's looking good. Choose 2, need 1 RB and 1 flex, Drake, Hines, or Antonio Brown. So I'd go with Kenyon Drake and Antonio Brown there. I understand that Jonathan Taylor's out, but there's no way I'm still putting Nyheim Hines into my lineup. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. You can answer that too if you want. I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't want to start Nyheim Hines.
Should I start CH, Gus Edwards, T. Higgins, Gio, or Brian Hill? I need higher upside. Oh, you need higher upside? If you need higher upside, I'm going
full PPR too.
It's still CH for the record. Actually, I noticed that. But
I'd be tempted with T. Higgins, man. If you need upside, I'd be really tempted, but I would go with CH as well.
Yeah. Full PPR pick 2, Eckler, Davis, and Carson. So out of those options, I'm personally sitting Mike Davis because I think Carson is just prime to step back.
You want to do that back? Because I have Mike Davis higher than Carson.
Okay, we'll do that right now. Where's the slip? Oh, fuck. I don't even know where my
reasoning for that is because Chris Carson goes up against the pass funnel defense. And I think, I mean, he has he's a solid running back and a great offense, so he has a very good chance of scoring a touchdown or whatever. But I think Russ cooks them. I think Russ is the reason that they win that Philly game and not Chris Carson. So, and Mike Davis has the opposite situation. He has a run funnel defense, at least over the last couple of weeks. That's how the Vikings have been.
For sure. I can't find a pen. So Carson.
Didn't we have one already too?
Yeah. Here, I'm checking it right now. One sec.
Didn't we have a quarterback one?
Yeah.
Here. Didn't I have Baker? Oh, I had Baker and
you had Daniel Jones listed.
Baker and Daniel Jones v Kirk Cousins and Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Yeah. I can't fucking write right now. One sec. This pen sucks. Sucks, bro.
Okay, going with the Rams defense this week. Good move. Got Vegas as my backup. Yeah, the Rams defense is a good enough real life NFL defense that they are great for fantasy. And I think the matchup that they're going up against, Nick Mullins is always capable of doing something stupid. So, yeah, I think that's great. You're in a great spot there. They're probably a top 5 defense on the week.
Yep. 10, bro.
Christoph said Damian Harris, Zach Moss, or Brian Hill as my RB2 in full PPR. So I will easily go with Damian Harris there. Damian Harris is inside my top 15 running backs this week.
Yeah, I fully agree there. Who's your second quarterback? Oh, Baker.
Yeah, Baker, Daniel Jones versus Kirk Cousins and Teddy Bridgewater. And then what do we just decide on?
Carson versus Davis.
Versus, Mike Davis, yeah.
Yeah. Damian Harris, Zach Moss, or Brian Hill. Oh, you got that. Okay, Damian Harris.
Yeah, I got that one already.
Full PPR, pick 2. I'm going with the first 2.
Yeah, I'll go with the first 2 as well, but Gallman gives me a little bit more.
Half PPR, T. Higgins, Debo Samuel, or Brian Hill. Give me Brian Hill there, personally.
I'll take T. Higgins there.
Want to make that a bet?
Huh? I mean, that's kind of a stupid bet, but sure. I mean, for you, it's a stupid bet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I actually prefer Hill, so
I think the community being off of T. Higgins all of a sudden is a dumb move. I think he's just as he was.
You heard me on the ranking show. I'm still high on him, but I mean, again, I'm gonna go down swinging with Brian Hill. If he fucks up, then that's not on me. That's on the process was right there.
Remember when you went down swinging with Boston Scott in week 1?
He got the workload. He just sucks at football.
Yeah, but what did you just say earlier in the show about Brian Hill?
Oh fuck.
I don't think Brian Hill is some smash play. That's my only thing with him. I actually I have him in RB2 range, but I don't want to start him if I don't have to.
I feel that. Also, Godwin, Jacoby Myers, or regular. Oh, that's easily Godwin, Christoph, and that's not close for me.
Oh yeah.
Gio or CH? Give me or CH there. Sorry, I almost said Gio. Fuck.
I just convinced myself of something. I'm gonna move Zach Moss ahead of Brian Hill. I think he deserves to be ahead of him.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he deserves to be ahead of him.
Fitzmagic or Ryan? Give me Fitzmagic there. Let me actually adjust that in my own rankings because I don't trust fucking Matt Ryan at all this week.
Yeah, I have Fitzmagic higher as well.
I am moving Matt Ryan to quarterback 18.
That's where I have him.
Yep. I just moved him behind even Daniel Jones too.
Yep, I have him behind too.
25. What's good, guys? Happy NFL Sunday. Full PPR need the upside. Okay, interesting. Need a flex.
Yeah, me at T. Higgins. That's where you had me. Curtis Samuel's not a bad play too if you need the upside, but I will take T. Higgins pretty easily there.
And the second part is actually our bet this week. I'm going with Teddy B. He's going with Baker. So I know that's no help to you whatsoever, but basically flip a coin and get mad at
he has Tannehill as well.
I'm starting both of
those. I would start Baker over Tannehill. So
I would start Teddy over Tannehill.
So yeah, we're no help to you, but I will go with Baker Mayfield.
I would go with Teddy Bridgewater. So whoever you want to roll with, if we're wrong, you can get mad at us.
Or you could just stick with Tannehill because they're all in the same neighborhood anyway, and Tannehill is the best offense.
Sure. So I would go with Kyler and Fitzmagic there, William.
Kyler's okay, so we got some news just recently about this, is that Kyler is warming up his AC joint or something like this before the game. I think he's still gonna play, but he might be impacted a little bit, so I might move him down off my QB1, to be honest.
He's my QB2 behind Patrick.
I think that's what I mean. Like I might move him down to like QB4 or something like that. Just to
makes sense.
He is my key. He wasn't my QB1. He was QB3 behind Watson and Mahomes this week. I'm gonna move him below. I'm gonna move him to QB7 to be honest, just out of Brady. Or QB6, sorry, not QB7.
Feels bad. There's only 3 IR spots in my one home league, and I have a 4th player that has COVID, and 3 other inactive players that are on my bench.
True.
How is that a thing? I have Dobbins with COVID, Christian McCaffrey inactive, Julio Jones inactive, and there's one other. Oh, I already dropped them. But then on my IR, it has Gaskin, Jackson, and Edelman.
Yikes!
Yeah. What the fuck, man? 26 watching, 18 likes. Come on, yeah, facts. If you're watching
exactly.
Stream,
facts.
Make sure you hit that like button. Listen to Jared.
Yeah.
Shalob says, okay, Moss or Judy with Hinton at
quarterback.
Moss. Yeah,
easily.
Big facts. Will Eckler's hamstring hold up? Tune into it. Yeah.
Yeah, Eckler. I don't think Eckler would be coming back if he wasn't 100%. They've held him out a long time. Like he's been out since week 3. So, I mean, it's a serious hamstring pull, obviously, but the timeline that I heard from initial like diagnoses of fantasy doctors around the industry was 8 to 10 weeks, and it's been 8 to 10 weeks. So,
yeah. I am Purple Drank says Michael Thomas or Mike Davis. This is actually in a half PPR. This is pretty dang close. If it was
I'll take Michael Thomas though.
I'm going with Thomas too, but like that's a pretty good call. That's a pretty close call. Wilkins there with Leroy.
Yeah, Wilkins.
Yep. Does Goddard get a bump down because the quarterbacks? Oh man, yeah. Fuck. Speaking of that too, like the Eagles.
Yeah. So what? Like Jalen Hurts is taking more reps. Like what? This is quarterback work. This isn't running back. Like why are they going to be like splitting the quarterback position now? Like what does that even mean?
Eagles are a fucking mess, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, me too. I hate the Eagles.
Center league: T Higgins or Gio Bernard and flex. Give me Gio there.
Yeah, I'll take Gio.
What's good, guys? I'm in a full PPR league. Need upside. Need a flex. Got Benny Snell, T Higgins, Curtis.
Oh yeah, we already answered this. So so go with T Higgins for the receiver, and then go with I said Baker and he said Teddy. So I mean, I might even just stick with Tannehill if that's what your gut's telling you.
Yeah. T Higgins or Michael Pittman, full PPR, need upside.
I'll take Michael Pittman there.
I love Michael Pittman this week. I think this kid's breaking out, man. Like the way he's been playing, similar to kind of what we were seeing from T Higgins earlier this season. Like
he might be a dude that is like a 6th round pick, 7th round pick, and drafts next year that I'm going to be all the way in on.
Yeah, for sure. T Higgins. Oh, there you go, Pittman.
Michael Pittman again, especially another one. And a standard is a little bit closer because T Higgins is more of a red zone threat. But yeah, I'll take Pittman still.
Can you explain why you don't like Hines so much, specifically over Kenyon Drake?
Okay, so Kenyon Drake. Why I don't like Hines over Kenyon Drake is because Kenyon Drake plays a top or a bottom 5 run defense in terms of DVOA against the run and against receiving backs. Yeah. So I think Kenyon Drake, especially if that's your decision, I easily like Kenyon Drake over Nyheim Hines. And not only that, but we've seen Kenyon Drake be consistent, at least with his volume every single week. Maybe he doesn't play consistently every week, but his volume has been much more consistent than Nyheim Hines. One week, Nyheim Hines gets 15 touches, and then the next week he gets 2. So
yeah,
I think Jordan Wilkins gets the bulk of the work there. We could be wrong about that. We're not saying that Nyheim Hines is completely useless this week. He's inside my top 30 running backs, but I like Jordan Wilkins of the 2 Colts running backs the best.
Yeah, and I'm of full agreement there. Man, when it comes to freaking Nyheim Hines, he's a scat back, okay? You can never predict when scat backs get lengthened workloads. It is all the hot hand approach, as we always mention with Nyheim Hines. If he has a good first quarter and you can bet live, he's probably going to end up with a bunch of touches in the game. But if he does not get involved earlier on, he can get phased out of the game because, again, he's a 5'8", 190-pound running back that realistically does most of his work in the passing game.
And like, Jordan Wilkins is a good player too. It's not like he's a bum.
Yeah, no, he's actually been playing very efficient this year.
He's been one of the better running backs in terms of like elusive rating, PFF's elusive rating, as well as like tackles avoided per attempt and stuff. He's actually been a good player.
Yeah, for sure. So man, I can't get on board with the industry trying to pump Nyheim Hines up to like RB2 type territory. I just don't.
I mean, I have him at 28 this week because
I'm at 30.
Taylor being out.
I'm at 30. I have him and Wilkins back to back, but I have Wilkins higher. Wait, so you have You have Wilkins top 27.
I have Wilkins at 25.
Interesting. Okay. You guys think Animal and PTG will go on 14? That'll be a story if he does so.
So my theory on that whole situation is that once he was like 0-6, Nick just told him to like tank the season so that Nick could have the vlog of Animal in the forest. Honestly, I honestly think that's what happened because one, how many of those guys in that league would really want to be doing that on YouTube? I feel like only the guys, like the core guys, like Steve and Nick and Snacks and Animal would be the ones to actually willingly do that. So I think Animal is tanking. And the reason I say that is because what he did last week. He started like Josh Reynolds over like
to be fair on that,
DJ Moore. Like that's to me, he's tanking.
To be fair on that though, knowing Animal, like he does gutty shit like that all the time.
He's kind of an idiot with like fantasy starts and sits, but like I can't see how any human being would rationally play Josh Reynolds over
It was probably because he got spooked by the quarterback without realizing that the quarterback actually does take a lot of deep shots comparatively to.
Yeah, I guess. I still think I think he tanked.
Oh, my dad wants to know Mostert or Breida. Give me Mostert there, spicy hot. I don't think Breida will ever be
fine, but I'm not trusting Matt Breida.
No, like who's the next back on that on the fucking team?
DeAndre Washington's there as well.
I think DeAndre Washington's probably gonna get the bulk of the workload.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I have Breida the highest currently, but I have him at like 37. And I have DeAndre Washington and Patrick Laird both inside my top 45. Like I kind of just have them all in one area. I have no idea who's going to go off, if anyone, to be honest, because we don't like the Jets are more of a pass funnel defense. So it could be very much a Ryan Fitzpatrick game anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Full PPR, Evans or Shepard. Give me Mike Evans there. Gus Edwards, Wayne Gallman. Wayne
Gallman also easily.
Yep. Henderson.
He said why. So Wayne Gallman, since Devontae Freeman has been out, has received the bulk of the work. He's basically discount Todd Gurley. He gets all the goal line work. They run the ball in the red zone at a very high rate. And Wayne Gallman just in general has gotten the bulk of the work in New York. And New York has become a bit better of an offensive line at run blocking and all that kind of stuff. And Wayne Gallman has shown to be actually decent in bad matchups. Like he did well against the Bucks. He did well against the Rams, I want to say was the other team he did well. Like he did well in some matchups that he shouldn't be doing well in.
Yeah, fully agree. I mean, Wayne Gallman
is an easy matchup. So
Wayne Gallman is just like there's a guy every year, right? Obviously, there's the hype guys on the waiver wire. There's a guy every year that like people going into the week were like, oh, okay, whatever. If I pick him up, I pick him up. If I don't, I don't. Whatever. And Wayne Gallman was that guy. Looking at the situation, you're like, okay, whatever. Even if he does get the work, it's the Giants. Like, what's he gonna do there? Yada yada yada. But man, with the touch workload that he's been getting, especially too, he's been getting some touches in the receiving game. He's been scoring touchdowns. Like
touchdowns is the big thing for Wayne. Yeah, he's been very, very involved on the goal line, and that's kind of other like. Okay, so here's the last 3 games that he's played. He had like double-digit PPR points in all of these games. Tampa Bay, Washington, and Philadelphia. Like none of those teams are great matchups. And sorry, he played Philadelphia twice too. So, and he had a touchdown in all 4 of those games.
Yeah, completely.
And he had 2 against Philadelphia the previous week before the bye.
Henderson or Zach Moss? Give me Zach Moss there. Aurelio. 2-part need to win. Julio is out, so should I start Mike Williams, Josh Reynolds, or Judy as receiver? And sadly, I have Gus Edwards in the flex, but Breida or Matt Ryan. Thanks. So out of those options, I would actually go with Mike Williams.
I would take Mike Williams there.
And do you have any other pivots off of Edwards in case the game doesn't play? Like anybody on Monday Night Football, perhaps, like on the Eagles Seahawks game? So if that's the case, I mean, like, I
honestly would probably drop Josh Reynolds for someone like David Moore just in case you absolutely have to start someone.
Yeah, agreed. And for the second part of the question, give me Tom Brady all day, every day.
Easily Tom Brady there.
I'm worried about T. Higgins this week with the quarterback situation. I have Mike Williams and Demir Bird, both good matches. I'd rather start Higgins. Yeah,
I'd rather start Higgins.
Saints against a reserve receiver quarterback all day.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's or not Sam Darnold. Who are the Dolphins playing?
Sam Darnold. Dolphins.
Is it
Dolphins Jets?
Oh, yeah, they are playing the Jets. Okay, that's what I thought. But the Saints with no quarterback on the opposing side should be free cash.
Yeah, fully agree. I picked up Brian. Actually,
Nice name.
I rate that. I'm quickly gonna make a fucking a bet slip.
All right.
Let
I
me
picked
get
up Brian Hill and was planning to play him, but with the news that Carson is active, I will be starting Carson. Should I drop Brian Hill to pick up Carlos Hyde as a safety blanket? No, I think you're fine. Chris Carson doesn't even carry an injury designation.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be good to go no matter what. Even going back to last week, after the Thursday night game that they played, he's had 10 days off, and Pete Carroll immediately said last week after their game that Carson was going to be back for this week. So I think that you don't really have any worries about him. Obviously, Chris Carson could get injured like mid-game, but that could happen to any running back. So, yeah, I think I would hold on to Brian Hill.
Yeah, I fully agree. I'm making a touchdown scores ticket right now
On Monkey Knife Fight?
On Bet365. And
Okay.
Damien Harris is plus 120 to score.
Damian Harris?
Yeah, that they're saying they're expecting him to not score in this game, basically.
That's
like even money obviously would like plus minus if you guys know how the betting system works. So that's not bad.
Yeah, Luke, I'll go with Mike Williams in that question there. The previous question that you just asked.
Where are you?
Oh, did we already answer Luke's question?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go Williams.
Okay, so I'll go with Mike Williams there just because Kyler Murray is dealing with like a shoulder injury. I don't really trust Christian Kirk to begin with, and with Kyler Murray kind of banged up, I don't really want to trust him in this game. And it's not a good matchup too against either Jonathan Jones or J.C. Jackson, whatever one he ends up going up against. I think it's projected to be J.C. Jackson.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna pick one more touchdown scorer, and then I'll be done with this ticket. Is Brian? Yeah, I mean, if you keep him this week, like I definitely monitor the status of Todd Gurley down the stretch. But even if Todd Gurley's out, like the schedule's so brutal, anyways, I just couldn't even trust him on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, the schedule is not good for Brian Hill, but he has long-term value. If Gurley is out, then he's going to be a weekly like top 30 running back. How much value is kind of yet to be determined. I don't think Brian Hill's suddenly going to win anyone a league. I don't think he's good enough to do that, just to be honest. But if they use him in the fashion that they use Todd Gurley, he should be at RB2, a back-end RB2, high-end RB3 if Gurley's out for an extended period of time.
Agreed. I'm going to place this little $5 touchdown scores parlay. I'm probably going to do a couple more prior to kickoff. Yeah, it should be fun. I have Mike Davis and Jacob starting, Geo flexing. I picked up Brian Hill since. Yeah, I would still go with those three over Brian Hill, even though I like Brian Hill.
Yeah, I would roll with Gio over Brian Hill specifically. Mike Davis and Jacobs, you're not really toying with.
This one's, especially in full PPR, this is freaking close for me.
I have Justin Jefferson higher, so I'll go with Justin.
I have Justin Jefferson higher, but like they're both top 15 or so options, especially in PPR.
I have Justin Jefferson at wide receiver 8.
Oh, okay. I have him at 11. Okay.
And I have Chris Godwin at 12. So I have Chris Godwin quite high too, but I like Jefferson more than mostly everyone this week.
Fair. DJ Moore and Allen Robinson, full PPR. If you're looking for the upside, I don't mind going with DJ Moore there. But man, Allen Robinson is so consistent for a full PPR standard.
In a full PPR league, I don't think I can do it. I know DJ Moore's matchup is better, and Allen Robinson's going to get shadowed by Jair Alexander. But in a full PPR, like I think Allen Robinson's floor is like 7 catches, so I think he'll still be fine.
Yeah, agreed. And I agree that Hilkins has looked better than JK or JT. Sorry, Wilkins. My bad, not Hilkins. Would you? I wouldn't.
You got to have some huge balls to be able to do that, to be honest. I don't think I could willingly do that.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'll take care of the rest of them here. All right. So, Animal in his matchup, he needed 8 points to score from Reynolds and Rojo to score 8. That's the thing, though. He should have just played DJ Moore. Like, why did he play Josh Reynolds? I would have played DJ Moore over both of those guys.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is coming from the guy that's the Ronald Jones truther. I don't know why he did that. I think he also had another option that was a good option too on his bench. I have no idea what he's doing.
Fully agree. I don't know.
Anyone else see Nate Robinson get knocked?
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was brutal. Did you see all the memes?
Oh, the memes are hilarious.
Dude, the one with the fucking Minecraft bed had me.
The Minecraft one was funny as hell. Did you see Robin Leonard tweeting at him, being like, "I'll fight you" or whatever?
Yeah, it's like let's be honest, that guy does not know who the fuck Robin Leonard is. And yeah, I don't know what that fighting style was from Nate Robinson, but
I think people got to start giving Paul some credit though. The kid can fight. Like he's not like a fucking superstar. He's not gonna beat up like a real fighter, but he's any of these random dudes, he knows how to fight. He obviously trains for this.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, Jared, he looks separate Wayne Gallman Wayne Gallman.
Wayne Gallman by probably 15 spots in ECR or in my rankings.
Yeah, easily. So I wasn't expecting Eckler to start this week. I don't expect him to do much, but yes, you do.
Yeah, definitely. You go Eckler. I know I like T Higgins this week too, but I'm not a huge I like T Higgins in general, but Eckler is in my top 10, my running back.
Yeah,
so he's in my top 8 actually.
He's in my top 5.
That's a little buddy. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far. But he will be next week if Austin Eckler gets his full workload. He will be in my top 3. So
yeah, same. Okay, Brady. Yeah, it looks good there, Brandon. I mean, that's a really good squad. I don't really see many weaknesses at all, to be honest.
You don't have too many weaknesses there, especially Gallman. Gallman's your flex, and he's probably going to be fine this week. So
yeah. Samuel, Claypool, or Aguilar. I'd actually go with Kurt Sam out of those options.
Yeah, I'd probably go Curtis Samuel as well.
Yeah. Mostert or Depot in my half PPR flex. Thanks. I'd actually go with Mostert out of those 2 returning Niners players.
Yeah.
I just think when Mostert plays, he's a top 10 running back. I just want to see if the workload is there for him coming back off that injury. Gallman. Gallman. Yeah, Gallman. And firing up Eckler. Good luck to you. Hopefully, he can.
I'm firing up in 5 of 7 leagues, so he is. Yeah. I am putting my money where my mouth is. If Austin Eckler sucks this week, I will be feeling it more than anyone, pretty much. So
yeah, for sure. 5-team Betrivers, yes. Wait, Betrivers? Bet Rivers?
New vocab for Danny.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But I'm in 500th place this week. I had Texans in my X2 slot football team, and I have Browns, Saints, and Seahawks. I feel good. Oh, a 5-team bet. Okay. It's like a fucking parlay.
True. Okay.
Okay, I got you. So they do parlays every week.
So you did defenses? Is that what this is? Oh, okay. It's just the teams. Never mind.
Yeah. No, it's like a parlay every week.
It's a parlay, yeah.
And like he goes up against people. Yeah, okay, that's dope. Good luck to you. Saints CST. Yeah, I'm still going with Saints there, JP. I think we answered that.
Yeah, I'll go with Saints against the quarterbackless team.
I agree there. I would prefer Matt Ryan here because Tannehill is going to fucking be playing against the Colts defense that absolutely shut him out of the waters pretty much last time they played. So
if you need upside, I'd go with Tannehill.
Yeah, for sure. Which is more safe, Parker or Montgomery? I started Gibson and Watson.
Which is more safe? I would say Parker's more safe because Montgomery's coming off of an injury.
I'd probably still start Montgomery personally, though.
I wouldn't. I love Parker this week.
Fair. Woods, Boyd, or Bernard? Give me Bernard there.
Yep.
Carhill or Fitz? Give me Derek Carr. Give me John Smith.
Yep.
Ali. Fulgham, Crowder, Shepard, Edmonds with Drake, or Eckler. Oh, Eckler.
Wait, Edmonds with Drake or Eckler?
Eckler.
Okay. Is he asking about Eckler, or is he saying Eckler's his RB1 right now?
He said pick one.
Okay, yeah, pick one. Yeah, okay. I'll go Austin Eckler quite easily there.
Yeah, same. Mostert or Rojo PPR. Give me Rojo there because I'm just more convinced about his role because Mostert's coming back from that injury.
Yeah, I mean they're both role kind of risks because Mostert coming off the injury and Rojo being Rojo. Neither of them could get a lot of work, and it wouldn't really shock me that much. But I'll take Rojo in this game because he's probably going to do well. He's probably at least going to get 15 carries in this game if I had to guess. So
agreed. Who should I start at flex? Gallman, Pittman, or Aguilar? Give me Gallman there quite easily, Kara. Apparently Jake. Yeah,
if you fight Conor McGregor, you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
In boxing or in MMA? Because you still get killed in boxing, but you'll actually die in MMA.
Yeah. Pittman over Drake. I would go with Drake there personally, but they're like, I love Pittman, so
I have Drake higher, so I'd go with Drake.
Yeah. The cutoff is probably around RB24 before I start taking like just straight receivers like over and over again.
I have Drake at like RB17, dude.
Yeah. Sanders scoring pick one. Myers, Fulgham, or Deebo Samuel. I'd actually go. It's tough between Samuel and Myers for me personally.
Standard ruins Myers for me.
Yeah,
I think standard. Honestly, if none of those guys are safe in standard, I'll go with Deebo because Brandon Ayuk is out, We could just see him get a lot of designed work and all that kind of stuff. And I think he should be ready to go in terms of his health, just because they were coming off of a bye week. So I'll go with Deebo Samuel there.
My brain just automatically reverts to half PPR. It's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, mine too. I'm in of the 7 leagues I'm in. I think 6 of them are half PPR and 1 is full PPR.
What apps projections do you like the most? I say probably, honestly, sleepers are probably the most realistic. To be honest.
I like sleepers as well. I find the other apps are just way too like conservative and clumpy. Like they'll just like clump everyone into like 12 points every single week. It's like, okay, like maybe you'll hit on like 60% of the league, but you're missing on the rest. Like sleeper projects Devontae Adams for 25 points this week, which they should.
Yeah, fully. Pick a wide receiver in a flex: Jacoby Myers, T. Higgins, Juju, Brian Hill, or Chase Edmonds. Out of those options, I personally would go Brian Hill. I know you give it T. Oh, it's a wide receiver in a flex. Okay, go T. Higgins and Brian Hill then.
Yep.
Problem solved. Ridley or Anderson, give me Calvin there. Lennox.
Yep.
BetRivers.com. Oh,
never even heard of that site.
Gallman or Carson. Oof.
Oh, that is so close. I have to check that
for me. I think I have Carson at 13, Gallman at 14. To be honest,
I have Carson at 16 and Gallman at 18, so I will go with Carson.
Yeah,
you have Gallman at 14?
No, I have him at 16. That's my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I just checked now. That I want to start both those guys though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ooh, card. Don't see many ladies in these. All right, Master Samurai.
Yeah, I didn't think we had any single female listeners.
Tanya and Reader, Rudolph, Andrews got COVID.
I go Rudolph there.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Blankenship or Tucker? Give me Tucker.
Yeah, you don't say Tucker.
Yeah. Starting lineup. Yeah, definitely start him over Claypool.
Yeah, I agree.
Who's getting you're probably beating me today, Scott. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott putting up 2.4 points in that matchup does not help me whatsoever. So I think you're going to beat me in Scott's toss this week. I just can't wait till my team actually comes back from injury.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to lose this week.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to win. And I think, do I have the most points for? I got to check.
No, I do. In Scott's toss.
No, I mean, I guess, yeah, you would still be at the same record.
I have 300 more points than you.
Oh, I have like no points for, right? But my team is about to go off though, because I just got Raheem Mostert and Austin Eckler back, and I somehow managed to be 7-4 prior to
that. Same for me. I'm getting Christian McCaffrey back week 14. I have Zach Ertz in that league, and a couple other guys. Chris Carson's coming back for me too.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, hopefully my team can come back from IR too. I mean,
yeah, I don't expect to win this league. I think of the like 5 leagues that I can win, I would say this is probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But I do think I have a chance in this league with Eckler and Mostert coming back. If Eckler and Mostert are both top 12 running backs, and with Eckler being like a top 5 running back, I think I could definitely compete with the receivers that I have, because I have freaking I traded Saquon away for Michael Thomas, right? So I have Michael Thomas, Tyler Lockett, Steph Diggs, like a bunch of just like stud receivers.
Oh yeah, that was the dynasty trio.
Yeah.
Bush, I've asked about LT, but never about the really just. You're not a Bam.
I'm kind of a Bama guy, to be honest. I like SEC football. Like that's kind of just how I am. I just like LSU and Alabama and Georgia. Like I just like watching their football because I think SEC football is the best. But I like at heart, I'm still like a Texas Longhorns fan because that's what I was when I was a kid, but they have sucked my entire life pretty much. So I kind of just don't follow them that much. But I will 100% bandwagon them if they ever get good.
Yeah, for sure. I'm setting my lineups last second here.
I had to check my DFS lineups. I had to pull I had DJ Chark in a couple of my tournaments, and I had to pull him out of there.
Oof. Let me check mine right now just to make sure I don't have any fishy business going on. Okay, so my main lineup this week, I only have one for some reason. I don't know why I didn't make more, but I got Derek Carr at the quarterback spot. My running backs are going to be Cook, Eckler, and Brian Hill in the flex. I have Justin Jefferson, Chris Godwin, and Michael Thomas at receiver. Kyle Rudolph at the tight end, and then Titans defense.
Facts.
So, just hoping for a Philly boy turnover game. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Plus, they were super cheap. They were like the third least defense, and I'm like, okay, let me actually take like a decent like real life defense here. So,
yeah.
Oh fuck! I entered it twice. I meant to enter a new lineup. Shit. Fuck. That's the worst. Brian Hill or Damon Harris. Give me Damon Harris pretty easily there, Aaron. I told my wife to watch and just there you go. I appreciate that, Jared.
Appreciate that. I tell my family to do the same thing, and they don't do it. So that's nice. Scott says, "Been a beautiful league. Good luck today." Yeah, I wish I could say the same for Get Faded. I made a bunch of trades to go all in, and then I realized that Scott has probably the best dynasty team I've ever seen in my entire life. Have I showed you his team?
Dude, he has that team in basically every fucking league.
It's insane. He has like his bench has like AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, like a bunch of like elite young receivers on it.
Yeah, no, he's literally got like that team in every league. It's insane. I don't know.
It's ridiculous how good his team is in that league. Like I'm like, okay, I have Christian McCaffrey, and I just like don't know what to do in that league because I'm like the rest of my team is kind of crumbling, but I have C-Max, so I might sell him for a huge haul.
Yeah, for real. Big facts. Beautiful league.
Yeah.
You too, Scott. Hopefully I can take it from you even with my injuries.
Yeah.
Those dessert nachos. Goddard or Hooper? Give me Goddard there. Hook 'em horns. I'm with you. Yeah, fuck Texas.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Texas when I was a kid. My first jersey that I ever got was a Ricky Williams Texas Longhorns jersey. And that's why I kind of liked Texas because I was like, I looked up his highlights and stuff. I was like, and Ricky Williams, for those of you that don't know, is probably the best college football running back in history. Like, to be honest, the seasons that Ricky Williams had at Texas, I think he won the Heisman twice, didn't he?
I believe so.
Like he's one of anyway, he was excellent. And then when I was cheering for the team, they were like very, very good because they had Vince Young and Michael Huff and all those guys on it. And then like the 2006 Rose Bowl, of course, everyone knows about that game. But yeah, Leroy says Corey Davis or Christian Kirk as my wide receiver 2.
So I haven't set my lineup.
Corey Davis or Christian Kirk. I'll
go
with Christian Kirk there. I think the upside's higher in his matchup. Neither of those receivers have great matchups, but I'll take Christian Kirk. Robbie Anderson or Brian Hill. Anderson hasn't done anything past few weeks. I mean, I wouldn't say he hasn't done anything. He's still getting like targets and stuff. He's just not like performing at the level he was once performing at.
Yeah.
Looking back at his like last week he had 9 targets, 7 catches, and 46 yards. Like that's a floor type like play in a PPR league. So he's not like, obviously he's not been as good as he was earlier in the season. I'm not denying that, but he's still a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3-ish area. And this is a good matchup for them. So,
dude, by the way, on FanDuel, Kareem Hunt is currently less expensive than Melvin Gordon.
I know. I'm pretty sure Kareem Hunt's like their highest owned projected player. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it makes sense as to why.
Yeah, he's going to be probably going off this week.
I'm quickly making this line.
I'm checking. I actually want to check their ownership projections real quick. The PFFs. They currently have Dalvin Cook is the highest owned. Not a surprise there. Justin Jefferson's very highly owned as well.
I made a pivot lineup
without like top 5 in ownership.
I made a pivot lineup without Dalvin. Just in case.
Nyheim Hines is really highly owned. It might be a big tournament play to go with Jordan Wilkins.
Oh, absolutely. I entered 2 of the same lineup in the Sunday Million, so like that's a big fucking L. Because I tried to make more lineups and I ended up just adding the same fucking one.
Yeah,
I just recently withdrew my FanDuel, so I don't have a lot of money on there, so that's tough. Here, answer a couple of these questions. I'm going to quickly set my lineups because I don't want to fucking...
All right, haven't you been doing that for the last, 20 minutes?
Yeah, but I set my FanDuel, and now I'm actually going through my leagues.
True. Okay, so your boy Drew said thanks, and also Claypool or Pittman. I'll go with Michael Pittman Jr. there pretty easily just because I don't want to risk it with Chase Claypool. If you go to my rankings, I have them, in startable range, the Steelers receivers, but to be honest, I really don't want to start any of them.
I feel that.
Kyle says, I think I missed my previous. What did you ask before? If you want to just, okay. So you said Goddard or Hooper. I will go with Dallas Goddard there, Kyle. Arsalan says, I was going to start Mark Andrews, but he got COVID. My other tight end is Eric Ebron. Ugh, that's not a good situation to be in. I have Mark Andrews in one league and Irv Smith is my other tight end. So that's not a good situation either. Should I start Eric Ebron or another tight end because the Tuesday game could get canceled? I would have to know what your options are. What I did in that league was I pivoted to Tyler Eifert or Gerald Everett. If any of those guys are available, I'd rather just honestly start them than risk it with Eric Ebron. But if you are a big time favorite this week and you can afford to just wait and see if that game is played, then you could always just play Eric Ebron. I think the NFL is going to probably find a way to play that game if I had to guess.
Yeah, this is why you set your lineups prior to fucking Thursday because I just benched. I had Josh Allen on the bench and I had Andy Dalton in my quarterback slot.
What are you doing?
Because he was on bye last week.
Oh, true. That sucks. Yeah, I do. The first thing I do, like at the week's reset, like on Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever the apps like reset, is I set my like preliminary lineups in all my league, just in case like I forget like Sunday morning to set them. At least I have like some semblance of like a starting lineup.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question, we got DJ Moore or Jameson Crowder, half PPR. I will go with DJ Moore there pretty easily. I like Crowder this week, but I'll take DJ Moore over him.
Yeah.
Kevin KK says Aguilar or Crowder PPR. I'll take Jameson Crowder there also pretty easily. We got a super chat. Kaleo says Dallatorre, 2 flex, or he says Dallatorre, that's his name. 2 flex, full PPR, Curtis Samuel, Damon Harris, or Cole Beasley. I will go with the first 2 there. Damian Harris by a mile if he's that first option there. And then Curtis Samuel will go just for the upside. Cole Beasley probably has some upside given the fact that John Brown is out. But I'll just take Curtis Samuel. I just don't like – I never want to start a guy like Cole Beasley in my life. Yeah, I have a stigma around him.
Where do we leave off?
Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson. Okay.
I have Austin Hooper and Gronk. Who do you like better for this week? Gronkowski never leaves your lineup, in my opinion.
Close to the AB. Pick one.
There's a lot of DJs, man. I need to know what DJ that is. It's probably Deontay Johnson, if I had to guess, but it could also be like,
I thought he was talking.
Could be DJ Moore. I guess not DJ Chark because he's out. But if it's DJ Moore, then I would go with DJ Moore. But if it's Deontay Johnson, I would probably go with Gio Bernard. Actually, it's full PPR. I think I might go with Antonio Brown there, to be honest.
That's fair.
Assuming that's Deontay Johnson, I'll go with Antonio Brown. But if that's DJ Moore, I will go with DJ Moore.
Appreciate that, Aaron. It means a lot to us to see that you're enjoying.
Appreciate that, Aaron.
Should I be worried about trimming?
Absolutely not.
No.
If Austin Eckler comes out and has an absolute dud game, we'll admit we're wrong, but I really don't see that happening.
Yeah, same. Corey Davis or Slayton are both full and half PPR. Wait.
Darius Slayton.
Yeah. Same. Love that I'm in a league where we can pivot from this. Yeah, that's blessed. If the game plays, who's better, Claypool or Pittman?
I mean, Claypool's better if he plays, but I'd rather just start Pittman and mitigate that risk because I think Pittman is like relatively in that neighborhood already. So
AK is always a good start if you're talking about Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara is always good.
I could be at quarterback and I'm starting him.
Alvin Kamara is not getting 1 target again. Of course, last time I said someone wasn't getting a lot of – I remember when I was like, J.D. McKissick is not getting 14 targets again. He got 15 the next week. But Alvin Kamara there's no way he has a horrible game again. I think he may have been affected by the injury last week. That could have been why he played like a season low at snaps. And he doesn't have a designation in terms of an injury this week. So he should be fully ready to go in the back to own in that offense there.
Yep. Jones, Fitz, and Tannehill pick 2.
Okay.
I'm sitting Tannehill out of those.
Yeah, I will go with Daniel Jones and Ryan Fitzpatrick there for sure.
Interesting. Should I take the Steelers defense out? I did that in my own home league.
Yeah, with the defense, like there's no reason to risk it, to be honest.
As gutty as it is, I picked up the Broncos defense because my waiver wire was barren, first of all. Second of all, they're still playing against Taysom Hill. I'm going to keep saying that no matter what.
Again, if you have absolutely no good defensive options and you think you're probably going to win the matchup anyway, then maybe you just risk it with the Steelers defense because it is a great spot if the game is played because the Ravens are missing Mark Andrews, J.K. Dobbins, and Lamar Jackson. But I still think I wouldn't risk it with the Steelers defense.
For sure. And that was
you were really bad at that.
DJ Moore is always the first one I think of when I say DJ.
No. This you missed Leroy's question, dude.
Oh, my bad.
Gesicki, Burton, or Graham. My tight end was Andrews. I'll go with Mike Gesicki there.
Yeah,
I'll take the potential for a high scoring game. And for what I remember, at least, Fitzpatrick has actually been pretty good for Mike Gesicki, so he might have a better game as opposed to if he would have had Tua as his quarterback.
Colts DB reps Mighty Ducks. Fucking Julian Blackman was wearing a throwback Mighty Duck sweater prior to the game.
Dude, that's the best NHL jersey in history. Is that Mighty Ducks jersey? I remember when I was a kid, we used to have NHL Breakaway '98 for N64, and low key, like my favorite team in that game was Anaheim, just because I loved their jerseys and they like Korea and Solani, and those guys and stuff. And their goalie was who's their goalie at the time? Jay Shagir or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Oh yeah, it would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that was at his peak. He was an amazing.
Oh yeah, he was so good at that time.
Johnson, yeah. I always associate DJ with DJ Moore. Goddard or Gronk? Gronk for me. They're close.
Yeah, I'll go with Gronk there.
Echoes. Yeah, why is it echoing? I can hear myself on your thing.
Oh, can you? Sorry, I'll turn you down on my thing here. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, don't kill me. Do you guys have any funny stories about last place punishments in your league? I gotta hear this from you.
Okay, so the only punishment, I've only been in one league where we've had a punishment, and it's not the like home league that I'm normally in. We're actually going to add one after this year. We talked about it. We had at our league meeting last season going into the season. I'm like, yo, let's do a punishment. And we couldn't really agree on anything and all that kind of stuff. So this year we're actually going to make a formal punishment. But the punishment that we did the 1 year was like you had to walk around the mall with like a sign like tell me why I suck ass at fantasy football for like 2 hours. And a bunch of people like went up to the guy and was like, hey, you're terrible at fantasy football. And he had to like tell him some of the things that he did all season for the reason he finished last place. Like I think he drafted it was the year that David Johnson went first overall in most fantasy drafts and got hurt. So he was like, I drafted David Johnson, and then he like busted on all his picks after that pretty much.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I have Eckler in one. Yeah, go with him. Go. Eckler.
Yeah, 100%.
Emmanuel Sanders. I don't even know.
I don't like any of those options.
No.
I'll
go with DeAndre Washington. My bad.
I'll go with Matt Breida. I'd say just pick your poison out of the Miami running backs, but I'll probably go with Breida, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Getting out of here. Let's go Titans. Rooting for the Bucks as well. It should be a great week. Good luck, guys. You appreciate that, and good luck, Titans. Because
I'm looking. They're picking the Bucks game right now on Sunday NFL Countdown. Teddy's the only one who went with the Bucks. So I guess you probably can guess who his quarterback was when he played in the NFL. But but Randy Moss is also on the panel too, and he bet the Chiefs, or he guessed the Chiefs. So
he's a realist. No kidding.
Yeah, he's a realist. Yeah.
Guy saw us and sat Julio. Okay, good luck then.
Yeah, if he has Julio dropping a donut in the lineup, that'll definitely help you.
Woods or Slate, and give me Woods there, Clout.
Yeah, I'll take Woods.
Good luck this week, fellas. Thanks for the advice. Anytime, C-Los, nice to see you in the stream. Or Landry, I'll still go
Woods there.
Hooper, Rudolph, full PPR. Give me Hooper there.
I'll take Hooper as well.
Let's go Raiders. Yeah, good luck.
Just win. Fuck, I always point the wrong direction. Just win, baby.
Or do I say F it and go? Yeah, go with Goddard in there instead. Absolutely. Over any of those running backs or receivers?
What was his question? Absolutely. Yeah, go Goddard over those guys.
We came up close on the week last week. Yeah, I need you guys to come through this week because I have you on my bets list. And I also have Derek Carr starting in one of my leagues. So go Raiders.
For sure.
Patrick Mahomes versus Bucks. Yeah, your lineup looks really good there, Ray.
Yeah, Mahomes is probably going to have a 35-point game. Derrick Henry's probably going to be solid. I don't think he's going to have a huge game, probably a 20-point game from him. Wayne Gallman could definitely have like a 15 to 20-point game. Amari Cooper, you already had a good game. Austin Eckler, same thing. He could have a 15 to 20-point, potentially even more type of game. You got a lot of ceiling in your lineup there.
Let's see. Let's quickly see what the chat thinks. I have my home league matchup this week. I am 6-5. The guy I'm playing against is 7-4, and he's in second place currently. Second place is 7-4, and I've mentioned it a ton of times, but like there basically 7 other teams in this league are 6-5 or 5-6, right? I will put the matchup on the screen right now. Obviously, it's been really affected by COVID, but let me know what you guys think about this.
Damn. You won't be hearing Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth for tonight's game, apparently.
Tough.
It says Mike Tirico and Tony Dungy will be doing the call. Why? I'm still not sure why.
Let me know what your thoughts are on that.
Michaels turned 76. Have some. Oh, okay. So they're not allowed. Al Michaels was worked into his contract that he would have some bye weeks.
Got you.
For time to recover and stuff like that. I don't really know what that means, but so yeah, I guess. And someone responded, "Welcome to Biden's America." Jesus.
Oh my God.
I mean, Biden's not even in office yet, so.
Yeah, for real. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Who has the upper end there in the chat?
Who has the upper hand? Okay, so give me Josh Allen. Give me Dalvin Cook by a mile. Give me Kareem Hunt there. Give me, what is that, Brandon Cooks?
Brandon
You already
Cooks.
had him. Is this you on the left?
I'm on the left, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think Sterling Shepard could match that number that Brandon Cooks put up. Michael Thomas versus Tyreek. I think Tyreek Hill is going to have like a 40-point game, like dead ass.
I hope not.
TJ Hawkinson, you already had a good game. I don't know if Dallas Goedert gets that high. He could, but Breida versus Brian Hill. Take Brian Hill, and then Alvin Kamara versus Jordan Wilkins. Yeah, okay. See, your running backs are all in weird orders, but
yeah. I put that there because the game order. Because
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. By the way, yeah. Again, that's a tip for you guys. If you guys don't know, if you have running backs playing at 4 or receivers playing at 4,
or prime time Sunday and Monday,
yeah. And even if they have a questionable tag or you're not sure if they're going to play regardless, put them into your flex. That way you can pivot just in case. Is my lineup. I also played Dalton Schultz at tight end on Thursday. Yeah, looks good. Thanks, Comic-Con. I think he always.
He does.
Yeah. Appreciate the help, boys. Got Aikens. Yeah. Oh, I know. What's Rob Delly doing there with the Aikens, eh? Gotta talk to him. Frank Gore. Yeah, I know. It's gutty, but to be fair, on my inactives right now /IR, I have Jonathan Taylor, David Johnson, and DJ Chark. So I also have Jonnu on my bench for the record. If you start Jonnu over like any of those flexes, like Frank Gore or something.
Facts.
I'll probably still stick with Gore because whatever, I'll eat that. And I might play Kendall Hinton as well. I still wouldn't trust Kendall Hinton. I haven't even seen him in the NFL. At least I saw Taysom Hill in the NFL, even if it wasn't that quarterback.
Yeah, no, I would still start Tyler Boyd there. I think it's probably too cute to do that.
Yeah. You still got this, Danny. Appreciate that, Spicy Hot. Hopefully I can come through because it's critical. If I win this matchup, I'm basically in second place. So let's hope. And Corey Davis, another waiver I was thinking of, but tough matchup. Yeah, I'd be interested to know who you'd have to drop for him because I don't think he's a terrible pickup. Like overall tab on your depth.
Yeah.
T. Higgins, D. Robert Lazard, T. Higgins easily by a mile.
Yeah, by a mile, T. Higgins.
I gave you a like. Appreciate that, Ray.
Okay, yeah. Get any of your last second questions that you have. We got about 3 minutes to kick off. So if you have any other last second questions, you can toss them in there.
Leave them below. Man, I'm actually so nervous about this game. Yeah,
I'm not nervous for my matchup in my home league because I'm already up. Deshaun Watson dropped 35 for me on Thursday, and he had Brandon Cooks and Tony Pollard. So
I have Brandon Cooks and TJ Hawkinson. So
yeah, I'm more worried about. I want to see my biggest thing this week is I want to see Austin Eckler cook. That is I just want to see him go the F off.
Yeah, I agree.
Just a nice little screen pass from Justin Herbert because I have Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler in our listener league. I'd love to just get the little Herbert Eckler stack going.
Fully. You want to hear this stack of dreams that my one boy starting in my home league that you're gonna love?
What's that?
He's got Tom Brady, Chris Godwin, and Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I have in Get Faded, the league I'm in with Scott, the Dynasty League. I have Tom Brady, Chris Godwin, and Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, there you go. For Dan only, anyway. Can you bless me and bench? Because I'm commish. Yeah, sure.
True.
Thanks, fellas. Good luck in your games. You too, Papa Lapre. Love seeing you back in the stream as always.
Yeah. Is Papa Lapre a Jets fan? I think he is, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is. Because
good luck listening to Nick for the rest of the day when the Dolphins destroy the Jets.
Dolphin stonks.
Yeah.
It is 12:58. I'm probably just gonna head off here and make me some breakfast or lunch or whatever you want to call this, and put some football on as always.
Yeah, for sure.
I have to do some stupid discussion posts due at 11:59 too. So I feel
I did. I had one due on Friday.
Those are the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, take it easy, y'all. We will see you tomorrow for the recap show. So
peace out.
Not too bad.